Hi guys, it's your friendly neighborhood storyteller. I'm kidding. I know it's been a hot minute, but your girl went on vacation. She's been doing swim lessons. She's been really overwhelmed and swamped with the job and just trying to take it day by day. But I do owe you guys a story because it's been a minute and we want to practice our consistency because I do struggle with that. So I figured while I'm waiting to just waiting to count down the minutes before I get on the road to brunch to meet one of my friends, I would just tell you guys the story. First of all, if you are someone that gets easily nauseous, then you might not want to watch this video, but I promise you it's a good video. So, have you ever heard like a story of like, oh, something happened to somebody and you're like, I don't really know anybody that has happened to? Well, this really like happened to me. So when I was a kid, like when I was younger, I used to be so gluttonous. Like I don't know what's wrong with me. I was just hungry all the time. Like so hungry. Like in Jamaica, we use flour and we make this thing called like dumplings, and normally you put it with yams and bananas and then some sort of meat source, but like dumplings are like really heavy. It's flour, and I used to be knocking down like 5 or 6 of those at a time. I was just so hungry, and I would be eating like large bowls of rice and just eating because I was just so hungry. Anyways, at one point, my mother, she was gonna go to work, and I think she cooked some sardine and rice, and she like made a big bowl of it and put it in the refrigerator. And so the person that was watching me and my little sister at the time, like when they came, I was like, I'm hungry, and and so they were like, well, not really sure what to give you to eat. So I was like, well, I think that the sardine and rice that my mom left in the fridge, she left it for us, right? Sydney, quiet down back there. That's my son in the background doing the most. So anyways, so I tell her like, hey, I think my mom left that sardine and rice for me to eat, because why else would she leave it? So me and my gluttony, I sat down and I ate all of it. I completely forgot about my little sister. I did not share with her. I didn't give her any. I was just feeding my hunger, and that's all that was on my mind. And I ate that whole thing by myself. I just sat outside and ate it. So anyways, a little bit later, my sister's father came, and I guess at some point he communicated with my mom, and she had told him that she left that, I guess, for him. So yeah, by the time he got there, I had already polished it off, and everybody's looking at me crazy, calling me gluttonous and calling me greedy because I didn't even think of my sister. And back then I used to get troubled that my feet were big and my nose was big. So they were like, we don't even know where the food is going. It must be going into your nose. It must be going into your feet. And these were the things that were said to me as a child. And I don't know, I couldn't explain it, but anyways, because I ate that rice and sardine, I had to go to the doctors because it ended up stretching my stomach, apparently. That's what they said at the time. I was a little itty bitty kid. I was so thin, packing away all this food. Anyways, when I went to the doctors, they realized that I had worms. You heard me correctly. I had worms. And so that explains why I was just packing food away. Now, I have very limited knowledge of worms, and if you guys have more knowledge than me, then you can understand when you have worms, you're always hungry because they're eating all that food. And whenever they don't have food to eat, I don't know what they're eating in there. Luckily, I was feeding them because I don't know, that could have been worse. Anyways, they gave me medication, and in order to get rid of worms, you have to pass them out of your body, like either through your mouth orally or through that hole down below your butt. So I was passing worms after they gave me that medication, and let me tell you something, it was quite a few in there. They were living their best lives. They were having a jolly good time in my stomach. And they were really, really, really long. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to gross anybody out. I'm just trying to share this experience. Anyways, after I passed the worms, I wasn't eating as much anymore. Like there was a period in my life where, and even to this day, I don't eat more than 2 dumplings. And it kind of like turned me off of sardines. So it was years before I had sardines again. And I haven't had it as an adult in a long, long time. But anyways, I'm sharing this story with you guys because I want to say sometimes things are not what they seem. Sometimes there are underlying cause for why things are going the way that they're going or for why someone is making the decisions that they're making. And so I just want to caution us as we go through life in our relationships or situationships or friendships, just try to meet people with kindness and grace because you just never know what might be going on under the surface. Yeah, everybody thought I was gluttonous and greedy because I was gobbling down all this food. I was always hungry, but turns out I was feeding my worms. I will talk to you guys again soon. Let me go get myself on the road for this brunch. Bye. Peace out.